Hello, what's up guys, Gazanfar here. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create this kind of hamburger menu using Breakdance. Here you can see if I click on this hamburger, you can see we have this menu that show up something like this. So I'm going to walk you through how you can create this kind of menu yourself using Breakdance. If you are interested in learning to create this kind of menu, then without further ado, let's get started now. So the first thing that you have to do is to log into the dashboard of your website. And once you get logged into your website from here, just hover over to the Breakdance. And then from here, just click on pop-ups. Again, if you haven't used Breakdance, I have a complete playlist on how you can use Breakdance to create the websites and components yourself. I'll drop the link of that playlist in the description of this video. Now here you can see once you will click on this pop-up, click on this add pop-up, and then where it says title, give it a title. So I'm going to call it menu pop-up. I already have one pop-up created, so don't worry about this. Location apply to, you don't have to pick any of these locations because we are going to control it from a button. And then you have these conditions, do not use any conditions, and pop-up triggers, do not want to use any of these triggers. Just click on add pop-up. It says location is mandatory, so don't worry. Let's pick everywhere and then click add pop-up. So now we have this pop-up, this menu pop-up that I have created. So now just click on edit in Breakdance, and once you will click on edit in Breakdance, it will open something like this. From here, just click on no thanks. Now that we have it created something like this, what I'm going to do is to insert a section right here. And once you will insert a section, you can see this is how it looks. From here, the very important thing, I always use this structure panel. So use this structure panel here, click on this pop-up right here, and then go to the style tab where it says pop-up, just click and expand it. Now where it says sizing, click on the sizing, and where it says width, select the width, and I want it to cover the 50% of the width, and for the height I want it to go 100 viewport height, so it should look something like this. Once you will select this, then click on position, and if you want to align it on the right side, align it on the right side, otherwise align it on the left. I want to align it on the left side. After that, you can also insert some padding. So click on this padding right here, and I'm going to add 40 pixels of padding on all four sides equally. Now here you can see we have the padding. After that, you have some border options if you want to apply the border, and then you have this layout option. So under the layout option, what I actually want to do is to use this vertical layout, and I want to align it in the center. So here you can see we have everything aligned in the center, and then we have some animations option. So click on this animation, and for the entrance animation, I want to give it slide right option. So it should slide something like this. And then for the easing, I want to give it the linear ease. And then you can again click here, and then this time we want to do the exit animation. For the exit animation, I want to give it slide left, so it should go out on the left side. And again for the ease, I want to give it linear. If you want to add some delay, you can add the delay and the duration. That is entirely your choice. I'm not going to add any of these here. Then we have this overlay settings. For the overlay settings, you can pick a color. I'm going to pick a blue color from here, as this is my theme color. I'm going to reduce the opacity from here. Once you reduce the opacity, you also have some clipping options if you want to clip it, and then you have this layer options as well that I am not going to do. Then you have this close button, so click on this close button option right here, and here you can see we have all of these different options. You can control the size if you want to increase the size, just to make it 30. And then we have the background. So for the background color, I want to give it the blue background that we are using throughout. And then we have this padding. We are using 6% of the padding, 6 pixels of the padding. And then from here we can decide where we want to have it. So if you will select top left, it will go on the top left. And then here you can control the exposition of this from these values. So if you want to add some spacing, let me just give it 20 pixels from here and 20 pixels from here, and now you can see it is right here. That is entirely your choice. However you want to control it, you can control it, but I'm fine to where it is. Then we have this radius, so I'm going to make it a circle or rounded, so I'll give it a 40 pixel of radius. Now we have this created something like this. The next thing that we have to do is to insert these elements. So what I'm going to do is to add a text link inside here, and by using these text links I'm going to add or create the links for the different pages of our website. So if I open this pop-up, you can see we have home, about, plan, and pricing. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to call it home, and then where it says link, I'm going to remove it, and then I'll click on this link, and from here I'll pick my home page and click on add link. Now here you can see we have this link. Now you can go to the style tab, go to the typography options. Let me just check the font size. So if I click here, you can see font family is Azul and the font size is 40 pixels. So I'm going to do the same thing for the font family. I'm going to pick Azul and font size is going to be 40 pixels. Font weight is entirely fine. Font color, that I want to change it to the dark color right here. And if you hover right here, you will see this additional hand icon. So click on it and then click here, and then I'll pick this blue or red color. So let me just pick blue color. Now if I hover over, you can see it is changing to this blue color right here. Once you will do that, then you can click on this advanced option right here, and once you will click on this advanced option, you have some other options like this decoration, and under the decoration just choose none. And once you will choose none, here you can see we no longer have that underline here. In this way you will have this text link, and you can basically duplicate this text links however numbers you want. So first of all, I had this home. Now let's just give some spacing between here. So click on this layout, and I want to give it 40 pixels of gap between these links. Now we have this home, about, plan, and pricing. So I'll just click on about, and I want to call it about. And then for the link, you can just click on this link right here. For this one, you need to ensure that you have your pages created. Then we have this plans and pricing, and then click on this tiny link right here, and once you click on there, choose your link, and then I want to have the services page. So this is really simple. You are just inserting the links for the different pages on your website. After that, I only have one last one, which is the contact page. So I'll just call it contact, and then in here you can basically insert the link of your contact page. And now here you can see we have the contact page. So in this way we have this menu right here. Now that we have a menu, we can also insert some additional elements in here. So for example, inside this section right here, you also want to insert the logo of your website. So just insert an image right here, click here, and then you can upload your own logo. So let me just copy my logo from here. I'll just copy, save this image as a link on my desktop, and then we will basically use it. So just click on this library, upload file, select file, and then this is the logo. And since it is an SVG, we'll have to use an icon widget or icon module. So I'll just search for icon, and I'll insert the icon right here at the top. So just click here, click upload, click SVG, and from here just select it, save icon. And once you click on save, you can select your icon here. From here, go to the style tab, go to the icon, and then you can increase or decrease the size. So let me just make it bigger to 180, and now you can see this is how it is looking. You can also insert the buttons at the bottom. You can insert social media icons. It is up to your creativity however you want to do it, but I'm going to keep it simple. And then you can click save. Now let me just show you how you can make it responsive. Now if you click on desktop, click on tablet preview, you can see it looks fine. Then if you look it on tablet portrait, you can see it doesn't look quite fine. So we need to adjust the font sizes. Now where it says home, click here, and then under the typography options where it says font size, you'll have to reduce the font size. So I'm going to make it 30, and we'll have to do the same thing for all of these different options. So I'll make it 30, and then under the styling option, I'll make this one as 30 as well, but I guess 30 we'll have to reduce it further, 28. I guess we'll be just keeping 28, then 28, and then here 28 as well. So to make everything consistent, I'm going to make them 28 pixels. All right, now we have it like this. And then for the phone landscape, you can see it looks something like this. So on the phone landscape, what I want to do, I want to hide this. So I'll select this logo, I'll go to the advanced tab, hide on breakpoint, and then I want to hide them from here, and I also want to hide them from this builder as well, so we can see what is happening. Now for this pop-up option right here, click on the pop-up, and where it says size, under the width option, change it to percentage, and in the percentage I'll make it 80%. Now you can see it looks something like this. Then you can go to the phone portrait, and on the phone portrait, if you want, you can just increase the size to 90% or 95%, and it will look something like this, or you can just make it entirely 100%. That is your choice. Once that is done, just click save, and then it is responsive as well. Now that it is responsive, let's just go to the front end of our website. Now you just have to remember the name. So notice here I have given it a title of menu pop-up. So let's just edit our header. So main header page right here. So once you will insert this header right here, what you have to do is to click on this add. I already have a tutorial on how you can create the header. If you don't know how to create the header using Breakdance Builder, I will drop the link of that video in the description, or I'll have the link of the entire playlist in the description. So go and check that so you can learn how to create these headers. Now once you will have the header, from here you can just click on add, and then you will have to just search for icon. So just search for icon and drop the icon somewhere, anywhere, wherever you want to. So here you can see we have the icon. Just click on the icon and then search for menu. In the menu options right here, you have these 4 different options. Click on the menu, and then from here where it says settings, cog icon, click on the cog icon. Where it says type, click on the type, and then from here choose action. Then from here click on select a type and choose pop-up, and then from the pop-up we have this menu pop-up right here. So I'm going to click on this menu pop-up, and the action, choose open. That's basically it, and then click save. Once you do that, now we have this added right here. You can go to the style option, the sizing option, and you can increase or decrease the size of however you want to. That is entirely your choice. Once you will do that, now that we have this ready, you can basically go to the front end of your website, and now if you click here, you can see this is how it is looking. So in this way you can create this kind of hamburger menu using the Breakdance Builder in WordPress. I hope you have learned something new from this tutorial. If you have learned something new, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and be sure to hit the bell icon to always get the latest video updates. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video.